Referrals are a huge source of leads for many businesses. But have you ever really thought about what it actually means to make your business more referable and how you actually do that? Stick around for today's show if you'd like to know the three main factors of making your business more referable. Hi, I am Tim Fitzpatrick with Rialto Marketing, where we believe you must remove your revenue roadblocks if you want to accelerate revenue growth. If this is something you're looking to accomplish, we can certainly help. But I want to thank you so much for taking the time to tune in today. So the concept that I am going to share today, I actually picked up from a gentleman by the name of Michael Roderick over at Small Pond Enterprises. So as I go through this, if you like this content, go check out Michael, okay? I joined a workshop that he hosted several weeks ago, and I just loved how he approached and taught this concept of being more referable. So I want to give credit where credit's due, and I want to share his message because I really, really liked it, and I think there's a ton of validity to it. So if you like what I'm going to share today, go check out Michael Roderick. Let's dig into these three main factors of being more referable. And the way Michael put this, he put it into an acronym called AIM, A-I-M. So that first factor in being more referable is being accessible. Your business has to be accessible. What does that actually mean? Let's think about the definition of being accessible in this case is being easily understood or appreciated. So how can we make our business more accessible? One, we need to keep things simple. If we make things complex and difficult to understand, accessibility goes down the drain. People need to easily understand what we do. So we need to communicate it in a very clear, simple way. When we can do that, it is going to make our businesses more accessible. But the other thing is we've also got to be different to be appreciated, right? So how are we going to actually create differentiation in our business so that our prospects, our potential clients, however you want to refer to them, see us as different? Because if they don't see us as different, we're just going to be the same as everybody else, which is not a good place to be. So when you're thinking about making your business more accessible, keep these things in mind. Next in the acronym, the second one is in being influential. If you want your business to be more referable, you have to be more influential. Now, true influence is when people will actually do things without you actually having to ask. Okay, without you having to ask them to do it. So if we want to make our businesses more influential, there are a few things that we can think about. One is we need to make it easier for people to share. Okay, if we want people to share, there are a few things that we can focus on, and this is going to help with being more influential. One, again, we need to keep things simple. This is a common theme that comes up. If you want to be more referable, you've got to keep things simple. What we do, what we offer, how we help people, and the benefits we get them, like they have to be seen as useful and helpful, right? People have to understand the value in that. If they don't, they're not going to want to share it. Next thing is we need to make sure that when people do share our businesses and talk about us, that we make those people look good. As much as we'd love to think that people are sharing because they want to help others, deep down, there's a lot of people that are sharing your business because they want to look better. Okay? They're helping, but they want to look good. So we need to make sure that when they do share us, we are making them look good. And we need to make it easier for them to share. If it's difficult for them to share what we do, right? There's friction in that process. If it's difficult for them to actually communicate what you do, that's going to be a problem, and that's going to impact your influence. So we've talked about being accessible, being influential. The third factor And being more referable is being memorable. Michael talked about a few things here to help make our businesses more memorable. The first one was creating your own language around what you do. So if you think about Starbucks, right? A venti, they're different sizes. They created language around what they did, which helped makes them more memorable. What can you do? How can you shift the language that you're using so that you're seen as different and it's easier for them to remember? The other thing we can do is trigger emotion, right? I can't remember who initially came up with this, but so many people have talked about this. We buy based on emotion and we justify it with logic. So in our marketing efforts, in our message, we need to trigger emotion, right? When we trigger emotion, that is going to help make our businesses more memorable. This came up for the previous two factors. It's coming up again. We need to keep things simple. With our message, if we confuse people, we're going to lose them. That's not helping us be more referable. We need to be very clear with our message, not clever. That is going to help our business be more memorable. The last thing that can help you be more memorable is giving your content structure to make it easier for people to remember. Can you use acronyms in how you explain what you do? Can you create frameworks and systems that are easy for people to remember? All of those things are going to help make your business more memorable. So again, I hope you have found this helpful. These three factors in being more referable take aim. Being accessible, being influential, and being memorable will all help make your business more referable. Again, if you liked this content, I picked this up from Michael Roderick over at Small Pond Enterprises. Go check him out. I just love how he's packaged this. And keep these things in mind if you want to make your business more referable, get more consistent, repeatable results with your referrals. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Rialto Marketing Podcast. What we've touched on here today all has to do with retention and referrals. Retention and referrals are one of the 9 common revenue roadblocks that we help businesses remove so they can accelerate revenue growth. Which of the 9 are slowing down your growth? If you would like to know, head on over to revenueroadblockscorecard.com. Over at revenueroadblockscorecard.com, the scorecard takes less than 5 minutes. You will get a personalized report that will help you discover and assess which of the 9 roadblocks is slowing down your business growth. If you need additional outside eyes on this or other marketing roadblocks that you have, you can always head on over to our website, rialtomarketing.com, RIALTO marketing.com. Book a free GPS call with me. I would be happy to sit down and chat with you and help give you some guidance on the direction you should head with your marketing based on where you are and where you want to go. Thanks so much for taking the time to tune in. Until next time, take care.